Hey everybody, it's Rich from richonmoney.com, and today I'm talking to you about how to get the phone number of a property owner. And this is actually a lot easier to do than people realize, and also there's ways to do it for free. But before I get into that, if you like this stuff and if it's helpful, give me a thumbs up, give me a like. Make sure you subscribe below. Make sure to comment below about your experience so far with finding good deals on the MLS. I know that for me, the past 3 years, I've been unable to find good enough deals in the MLS to buy anything. Back in 2013-14, I bought lots of my houses on the MLS. So what we're talking about today is how difficult it is to find a good deal just through the MLS. This is really important for military members because a lot of times we need to invest in locations that we're not at right now, and that's hard to do. So how do you find a good deal if you can't use the MLS? If you can't rely on a real estate agent to find everything for you. You can't rely on Zillow and Trulia and those websites just to go ahead and find a good deal and then bargain for it. So the problem is the market is so hot, and it's been hot for so long that you can't find a good deal anymore. My best way to find good deals is by finding the phone number of the owner and just contacting them directly. And you can do this either by texting or by calling. And a lot of times I'll text, and if they don't answer, I'll follow up with trying to call a few times. One of the things to keep in mind is that there's ways to do this for free. It's easy to get somebody's phone number. And a lot of times there's going to be apps, websites, people search engines, lots of locations where it's going to look like you need to pay to get the information that you need. One of the ones I can think of is whitepages.com. You can do a reverse phone number lookup. You can look up somebody by their name. It'll give you what their name is, maybe what properties they've lived at. It might give you a partial phone number, but it won't give you all the information you need. And then it'll take you to another screen, and they'll try to get you to sign up for some kind of a expensive plan there. You don't have to do this. If you look hard enough, there'll be some place to get what you need for free. So just keep that in mind. All right, so let's get into this. Okay, everybody, so I'm going to let you know how I do this, kind of step by step, and walk you through the websites that I use. So I start off with something called NetR Online. And this is a location where you can pretty much find in every state and every county, you can find quickly which website to go to look up an address and see who the owner is. It's all in a database here, so it's very easy to do. Public Records Online. I've never done this in Texas before, so let's see how easy it is to do in Texas. So we need an address to look up. Let's go to Zillow.com. And I'm going to type San Antonio, Texas. All right, I'm going to look up 274 Harcourt Avenue, okay? What county is it in? Oh, I don't know. San Antonio, Texas, in what county? Bexar County, all right. So I'm in the Texas Public Record. I go to Bexar County. I think it's going to be the tax collector. Usually the way you can look it up is where you pay taxes. So I clicked over there. Then from this page here, property tax information. You want to get to like a property tax or find some kind of a search. You're going to have to poke around on your own website and figure it out. Okay, I'm here. I clicked on property tax search and it brought me to this page. Now I'm going to type in the address and pull up who the owner is. So let me just select here. I don't know the owner, but I know the property address. I'm going to put that right here. 274 Harcourt Avenue. All right, 274 Harcourt Avenue. I don't think you usually have to put the avenue. I'm going to hit enter. John Lovelace owns it. You can usually get more information by clicking over here. And there's like some extra information there. But there's an address, right? You could, well, it looks like he lives at his house that he owns. In some cases, they may live in a different location, or it might list an LLC here. And I'll talk about what to do about the LLC in a second. San Antonio, Texas, just to narrow it down a little. There's a John Levis who's 73, but it doesn't have the address, right, that we are looking at, so it might not be the right one. Go down to the next one. Here's a John Lovelace who's 54, and it has that address, so that is the right person. You can see we have some phone numbers here. We have some used to live addresses here. We have also known as, related to, but let's click on free details and even get more information. Look at these phone numbers. Look how many there are. I've noticed from using this that the most recent is at the top. And that's like supposedly what he's using now. And I think it lists older ones as you go down. So what you can do with this phone number, at least what I do on a Mac computer, is I use the Messages app. And that allows you to text from your computer. And you're able to type faster and write more. And I'll just like blast out a text to this person. That's something I'll do before I call them. One more thing too that's very interesting. Before you call, you can also send an email. Check this out. It's got email addresses that are supposedly linked to John Lovelace. Now, I've seen this be hit and miss, but I have hit a few times. Certainly, I've sent to addresses that didn't exist anymore and even gotten people that aren't John Lovelace, like the second address here probably isn't. But I'll give that all a shot if you sort of want to work up to calling them straight up. Calling is certainly the most effective. You might just save yourself time by just dialing up those numbers and talking to this person and just talking through it. Just tell them who you are. Very matter of fact, very friendly. You know, if they're upset about it, if they're unhappy, fine. Just say, okay, sorry about that. Now, if they're happy to talk to you, but don't have any, like they don't want to sell the house, but they still seem friendly, I'll usually ask if they know somebody else that might want to sell a house. Now, if I've done a lot of research and this happens more with multifamily properties and LLCs, if I've done a lot of research and realized that this person owns several properties in my area, I'll actually want to get to know this person. I'll ask if I could, I'll start talking to them more, try to sort of become friends with them. And if I live in the same city as them, I might even want to meet up for coffee or lunch or dinner. And I've done this many, many times. I did this twice last week. So moving on, what if what you looked up here pulled up the name of an LLC, right? And let's just say it was called Vista Homes. And I'm actually just making that up because I can guarantee that there is an LLC called Vista Homes. Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to find the website where you can search information about LLCs. So let's open up a new window, Texas LLC search. Is it the first one? It might be. All right. Sure is. So this is how you do it in Texas. And by the way, I've never done it in this state before. Vista Homes is the name of the entity. Search. One's an LLC and one's an INC. I said LLC, so let's check that out. Well, look at that. You have the mailing address here for this LLC, and you have a name, Kendall Schober. Well, hey, let's see if we can pull up Kendall Schober's information, especially knowing this address. Fort Worth, Texas. Now this might be him. It pulled up a Kendall Schober. Give it a shot. Other things you can try are Facebook and LinkedIn. Try these two things if you're having trouble getting information about someone's name. And so this is the websites that I use to do this stuff, and I think it's pretty helpful. And I hope that it's going to work for you as well. Happy hunting. All right, everybody, there you have it. You've seen how I get this information off the internet, how easy it is to get. And I think it's something that everybody can do to get a much better deal than you can get on the MLS. What I usually do is I'll send a text first and I'll explain something about myself. I'll give like a short paragraph. You know, hey, my name's Rich Carey. I'm in the military. You know, I own several houses in the area. I'm planning on retiring here, and I'm interested in adding more properties. The important thing that you want to get across quickly in a text or in a phone call, you're just a regular guy, you're a real person, you're not a scam, and you have a good reason for wanting to invest in this area. A lot of times when they get texts like this or phone calls like this, they're really kind of scared, like, who is this person, you know? And if you can appear to be like a regular guy who just comes out and says what he is and what he needs, you're going to be a lot better off than someone that comes off as being salesman-y, scammy, evasive. I found most of my success from just being myself and just saying directly exactly what I'm looking for. Now, same thing, when I call somebody up, it's actually the same process. They answer the phone and I just say like, hey, my name is Rich Carey. I'm in the military, but I'm also a real estate investor in this area. I'm very interested in properties in your area. I like your particular house. And I was wondering if you would entertain the possibility of selling it. And then just have a conversation with them. You really want to find out if they are interested in selling it. You'd want to find out why they want to sell it, what the circumstances are, how fast they need the money, and you start working through all the details. I'll get to all this stuff in later posts and later videos. This is just something to sort of give you an idea how to get started. How do you even know which properties you should do this to? There's a lot of ways to do that. In my particular case, I used a website called listsource.com. You're able to pick your city, pick the area of town, and put in a bunch of parameters of the types of properties you're looking for. And there's so many different ways of dividing it up, but you can say how many bedrooms you want, how many bathrooms you want, what size you want, whether or not this person has a mortgage, the age of the house, whether or not there's a pool. There's like a million ways to filter. And you can go to this website and you can buy a list of properties that you think would be the perfect investment for what you're looking for. And then you can do the work from there of getting their phone number and giving them a call. So I hope this was helpful today. And if you liked it, hit the like button, the thumbs up button, and make sure that you subscribe. This is Rich on Money signing out.